The story doesn't begin with a crime, it begins with a camera. A single lens clipped to a vest, blinking against the weight of a moment no one can prepare for. It hums quietly, a silent witness, recording everything, every shout, every breath, every second people later argue about through comment sections, podcasts, and courtroom testimony. No longer does a crime vanish into memory. Now it lives forever in pixels. Across the United States, the sky is filled with red and blue reflections, but in recent years those lights have grown brighter not because there are more sirens, but because more of them are visible to the world. When body cam footage is released, uploaded, shared, reacted to, broken down frame by frame, it becomes more than evidence. It becomes entertainment. It becomes outrage. It becomes fuel. Millions gather on YouTube nightly not for movies, not for celebrity gossip, but for real lives unfolding under the weight of the law. From quiet suburbs to chaotic city blocks, every encounter tells a story about fear, power, truth, and what happens when the line between defense and aggression blurs. Some viewers watch to see justice, others to witness injustice. Many simply seek the thrill of seeing danger play out in real time. Officer Adrian Wells knew the blinking light well. It was his partner maybe more dependable than any human standing beside him. On a cold Thursday night, just past midnight, he pulled over a gray sedan with mismatched taillights. The car rolled along before stopping. The officer's boots thudded along the asphalt. His radio whispered static. In the glow of the cruiser's headlights, the world shrank to two silhouettes, both unsure of how the night would end. "Good evening," Wells said, the body cam capturing every syllable. The driver's hands were shaking, a slow breath, a stutter. Did I do something wrong?" Wells asked for license and registration. The driver complied but hesitated. Inside the glove compartment, something metallic glinted beneath a stack of papers. For a moment, the street held its breath. "Don't move," Wells' commanded voice controlled, but tense. The camera angled down as his hand slid toward his holster. Seconds stretched. The driver swallowed. The metallic shape fell forward, just a flashlight. Relief washed across Wells' face, though the camera saw it before he did. The stop ended with a warning. The driver left shaken. Wells returned to his cruiser, reminding himself why the footage existed. It protected them, or, at least, that was the promise. For weeks later, the footage surfaced online not through Wells, not through the department, but through a third-party request. A popular YouTube channel titled Truth on Tape uploaded it with a dramatic thumbnail near shooting at 1 a.m. Cop pulls gun over flashlight. Within hours, the views climbed. Within days, the comments exploded. Some praised the officer. He handled that perfectly. Dude remained calm, even though he thought he saw a weapon. Others condemned him. Every stop shouldn't look like a war zone. He overreacted. He escalated. The truth simple, quiet was overshadowed by the noise. The driver felt exposed. Wells felt judged. Neither had expected their brief encounter to become part of the internet's entertainment diet. But this was the new reality. Their moment now belonged to everyone. Reaction channels analyzed angles. Lawyers broke down legality. TikTok skewed the footage for humor, tragedy, politics. Soon, the story had strangers who swore they were there that night. Others remembered it differently. And thousands argued over what Wells should have done, as though they stood in his shoes. The rise of body cam footage did more than show isolated moments. It changed policing culture itself. Rookies entered the academy knowing every move might go viral. Veterans feared not just making mistakes, but being misunderstood. Body cams were meant to ensure fairness, transparency, and accountability. But they taught officers to perform. They taught citizens to expect spectacle. When a call came through dispatch, the first thought was no longer tactical, it was digital. Is my camera on? Is this the video that ruins me or redeems me? Departments began training officers for the lens as much as the law. Every word, from casual greeting to final command, became part of the performance. But while officers adjusted, so did criminals. Some committed crimes knowing they'd become famous. Some surrendered only if cameras rolled. Some staged their own narratives, shouting legal terminology they barely understood, hoping to win public favor later. Everyone knew someone was watching. Then came the case that changed everything. A routine domestic disturbance call, small house, screaming neighbors. 2 officers arrived. Their cameras were rolling. Inside, a man paced wildly, clutching a knife. His wife sobbed behind the kitchen counter. "Drop it," an officer demanded. The camera trembled in his hands. The man charged. The officers fired. And in seconds, silence. The investigation was swift. The footage was clear, the decision justified. But when the video leaked online, the world didn't see the knife. They saw a man shot, a wife screaming, and officers who didn't wait long enough. Protests erupted. Commentators took sides. The video was edited, remixed, slowed, sped up, reinterpreted 100 different ways. A new truth emerged, not one from the scene, but one crafted from emotion and agenda. The officers faced death threats. Their families relocated. Their mental health fractured under a storm of opinions. The law exonerated them. The internet never did, as more footage spread, a new kind of viewer emerged. They gathered nightly, scrolling channel after channel, watching strangers' worst moments unfold from the comfort of their homes. Some treated it like sports-picking favorites, celebrating takedowns. Others treated it like morality, judging every expression, every tone of voice. But in time, the constant exposure to violence, fear, panic, and tragedy did something strange. It numbed people. When a channel uploaded a calm traffic stop with no incident, views dropped. Comments mocked it as boring, so creators sought drama. Titles became louder, thumbnails more explosive. Truth became secondary, emotion became currency. The more shocking the video, the more viral it became. And soon, the line between real and entertainment dissolved. Now more than ever, America watches itself. But the footage no longer just reveals the truth, it shapes it. Are cameras protecting us or dividing us? Are they teaching accountability or destroying context? A camera can show what happened, but it can never show what was felt. It captures action, but not fear. It records sound, but not intent. People forget that even with video, truth is complicated. Even with evidence, debate persists. Even when the answer is clear, the world argues. Because the lens doesn't decide guilt or innocence, people do. In this new age, every encounter between police and citizen has a third participant, the audience, watching, judging, replaying. For officers, the camera isn't just a witness. It's a mirror reflecting society's expectations, frustrations, and fears. For citizens, it's a shield. For lawyers, a battleground. For YouTube, a gold mine. The body cam has become the most powerful narrator in modern crime. It tells stories without knowing how they end. It captures truths no one wants and lies no one expects. Some say this transparency brings justice. Some say it invites chaos. But one thing is certain. The camera is here to stay. The world is watching. And every blink of its light writes another chapter. In the rise of viral police body cam and law enforcement footage,